What's up, fight fans? Greetings from the Wrestleverse. Your host, Billy, here.
And this is T-John.
And it's time to take it to the ring. So, what's going on, man? How are you doing after a great night of wrestling?
Dude, it was awesome. Man, that was my first live wrestling event in like a decade, bro. Like, I haven't been to one in a long time. So,
Wow.
finally getting back to it was pretty cool. And it's way different than, I'm used to. But it was still cool. I had a really fun time.
Yeah. So, fight fans, we got to go to Control Your Narrative last night, and that was at the Tin Roof, which was a club. And
Yeah.
I love how they kind of set it up. They put the ring off into the corner, and the venue was really cool. I loved how small and kind of almost intimate, but the crowd was anything but intimate, man. It was a fun, rowdy crowd. That was definitely
you were the head of it, bro. Like you were the most live one in there. But it was awesome. Like I loved the intensity of the crowd. I think that the wrestlers were really feeding off of it. And I mean, we have a good decent picture. I mean, I have one too, but I didn't get a chance to put it in yet. But yeah, like they did like a nice little meet and greet before it even started, which was really dope. It was just a really cool, I would say it is in a way an intimate event just because it was like a smaller crowd and nobody, like it's still a really new promotion. This was its first live event. So this was really, really cool. It was a great debut. I don't really know much about it. We're still learning the people's names and stuff. So please don't be offended if we don't have like your names and stuff yet, because it was a really, really great show. I love how it opened. You had this nice little like explanation of what they're for. And honestly, the best way that I can describe it, guys, is a fight club. And that's really what they're like going for. It's more of a fight club than anything, but the stories involved are what you're gonna see. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot more stories. It's a lot more story driven, I want to say, from what I could pick up.
From what I saw, it was definitely great. These guys definitely have something very different than any other company or program out there right now. And I think a fight club is an excellent description. I don't think I could have said it any better, man. That's I just kind of think of it now, and that's a perfect way to describe it. And
man.
it was a great event, man. These wrestlers were a lot of fun to watch. They definitely did feed off the crowd, and it's great to see people that want to come out and just put on a great show, man. And
that's exactly what I got from it, man. It just really seemed, like I said, that they were feeding off of the crowd and off of each other. Everybody was intense. All the matches were great. And, I had a really fun time. The bar was open, which was even better. I loved it. I had a great time. I had a really great time at it. And, man, I do hope that they succeed. I think that they will, because like Billy was saying, this is something that, we have not seen in the Wrestleverse before. And I think it's even better that, they are kind of being swept under the rug. That's just going to make people go to them even more. It's a really fun thing to watch, man. They're definitely embracing that. And the fact that a lot of it is not live is only going to make it even better. And when those live events do happen, it's just going to be way more fun, way more intense. It's going to be great, man. I'm excited.
This is definitely a program for real wrestling fans. And everybody that was there was just like hardcore. I was talking to a lot of the other fans in there in the crowd, and all of them just love wrestling in general and all of it. And this was just a lot more brutal. You saw a lot of just big hits. The roof was so low though, you didn't see a lot of aerial action.
Yeah. It was like you had to really be careful what you did in that ring, man, because you could really hurt yourself. But I mean, they really made do with where they were at. And I mean, having it in a venue like the Icon, where it's just always packed, especially on a Saturday, I think it turned a lot of heads, because a lot of people were asking like, what's going on in there, So I think that that's going to really be a big thing. Like, this was the first event, but it's about to get big. And I gotta say,
I think it was great that they had it in a bar like that. See what happened. Yeah, man.
It's gonna be huge.
I'm ready for it. I thought it was great that they had it in a bar. It was really cool. It made it I don't know. I guess just that much better, you know,
It
and
made
everybody
sense.
walking by got to see it.
Yeah.
And it was cool, man. I've never been to
When
anything
I
like
saw
that.
it, I was like, this can't be it. Like I remember like me and you were talking about it earlier, like a few days before, and we were like, we just kept looking at like the address and we were like, there has to be a different tin roof. Cause I had no idea how they were gonna make it work. And they did. And I think that it just made it that much more part of their character. The fact that it's supposed to be like a fight club like thing, that they have
Mhm.
it in a bar. You
Yeah.
know, so
Well,
I
and
think
after too, like the wrestlers came out into the crowd, they were talking to everybody.
dude,
It was a
I saw a
blast.
wrestler. What's his name? I think it's Vinny Pacifico. He was eating food at the
Yeah.
bar, like after his match. It was awesome. I was like, wow, I didn't even realize it. But he's still in his tights, and he just was hungry. I guess finished his
Yeah,
match
he
up,
was
went
ready
to
for
go
some
eat.
food.
Yeah,
Well, it was
dude,
great.
that's
Like
awesome. You don't
after,
see
you
that.
know, EC3, he came out and he was behind the bar. He actually handed me a beer. I got a beer after the match, and he's like, "Oh yeah," he took it from the bartender and just handed it to me. He's up on the bar. He was like
Dude,
walking across the bar, getting the crowd amped up. It was great, taking pictures with everybody. It
so
was great.
Tommy Mack actually pointed this out to me, and I was in shock because I had no idea. So my wife was with me. I brought my wife along, and this was her very first wrestling event. She didn't know what was going on, so her and Lady J went all the way to the front.
Yeah.
Guess who my wife was talking to at like who was explaining what was going on to her? Braun Strowman. She had
Whoa! I
no
didn't even see
idea.
him.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah. He
Whoa!
pointed it out to me, and I was like, she doesn't have any clue who's talking to her right now. And he was just, you know, trying to tell her everything that was going on because she has no idea what's going on. And that's how intimate I'm saying, like, how everything was, how close everybody was to the action, that you have this superstar like Braun Strowman literally talking to you, just
That
like, yeah,
is
like this is what's going on. It was so crazy. I can't believe that
wow.
happened.
That is really cool, man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got to afterwards. I got to meet Ryzen. He was there. He put on a great show, and I'm a
Oh,
big
yeah.
Ryzen fan. So the first
Speaking of
wrestling
him.
match I've ever been to, he wrestled, and he was one of the better ones at that event. It was an indie thing,
Uh,
um, but it was great, man. He did a great job, and it was kind of funny. I talked to him a little bit. I got a cool shirt from him too. Of course, got to support my guys.
yeah.
But I was talking to him. He had trading cards, his own trading cards. He gave me a
Oh, that's
couple
dope.
cards and got a picture with him and talking to him for a couple minutes. It was really cool, man. It was a lot
Yeah.
of fun. I
And
loved
he
it.
did fight too. You can see
Yeah.
it in this clip. As soon as it loads, let's see if it actually does this time.
Yeah.
Hold on.
StreamYard's not liking the videos. Here we go.
There we go. Yeah, StreamYard been killing me with it. But you can see him. He's in the middle of the ring. They put on a
Oh,
show.
it's
I think they won
lagging.
their match too.
Yeah, yeah, they did. Great entrance. I recorded the entire entrance. He came out and
Yeah.
just get everybody pumped up. You know, I got a ton of videos, but unfortunately, Dropbox was kind of giving us some issues, so we couldn't share
Yeah.
as much as we'd like with you fight fans. But maybe we'll get something together. We'll post some stuff so you guys can see what was going on. Some
Yeah,
of the
man.
cooler like sequences and fights and stuff that we got to
And
see.
unfortunately, no, she did not get an autograph. Like I said, she had no idea who he was.
Yeah.
So she was just
Well,
talking to him. Like
and
there
it's
was
one of
like,
those things too. A lot of the
yeah.
wrestlers, they want to charge you for that, or
Mm,
it's a little taboo to even do it. If you're there and you can be in the crowd with a big star like that, just enjoy the
yeah.
presence. You know,
I mean,
don't always
there was a
fanboy.
few people there. I mean, Raquel Gonzalez was there. You know, she
Yeah.
was like in a little ducked off section too. There was a bunch of wrestlers there that showed love and just showed support for this. And yeah, I mean, I agree, John. I hope that I'm sure that they will do some crossovers. That will definitely
Yeah.
happen. It just has to grow. It's like I said, it was his first live event, and you know, but it has a lot of potential. Like I said, this is an
Yeah.
untapped market space. I think that
And
this is going to
their
be super fun.
message really is, I mean, control your narrative. They mean that. They want to
Yeah.
do something different. They are about, not to sound like the, you know, taboo or cheeky or whatever, but they're really saying like they want people to go out and make your own decision, have
Mhm.
that freedom back, be independent,
So do you
and
think it was a
they're
lot more
doing that.
improv?
Yeah, I do. I don't think it was very choreographed at all, man. I think that
Yeah,
they were
I
just
kind of
going
got
out
that
there
feel
and doing
too.
their thing.
I definitely got that feel.
Because
But
I mean, we were chanting, you know, like there's one point like this Beanie Baby bear, you know,
yeah,
we're like,
the
get the
panda.
bear, and he ended up suplexing the bear. So,
I do
I mean,
remember that.
it was really cool because the venue was so small. You got to talk to the wrestlers were listening, and, kind of razzle them. All of them were having a ton of fun, man. It was a
Yeah.
great night.
Yeah, it really was, man. I would give it a solid 4 stars if we're doing the ratings, man. It was a 4-star event just because you're there, man.
Yeah. There were a ton
And
of
like I said,
matches.
huh?
There were a ton of matches.
Yeah, man, it
I
really
mean,
was.
nothing really lasted real long, but they were all good. Short, sweet, to the
Yeah.
point.
My only complaint, my only one that I have is there were no chairs. That's it. That's my only one.
Yeah.
But I understand it because it really gave it the Fight Club feel. Everybody's on their feet the entire time, just
Hmm.
watching these guys go at it. So, it just wasn't all comfortable after, being there for a few hours, but I got it. Like I get it. So
Yeah.
it's fine. I'll let it
Yeah.
slide. Yeah.
At first when you said that, I was like, in the ring, dude? Like,
Oh,
I didn't want, if they
no.
picked a chair up, they'd hit the roof.
Oh yeah, there was a disco ball
Yeah, but
too. Like, yeah, there was no way that they were gonna make that happen.
yeah, even like Ryzen when he finished up, he stood up and he kind of put his hands up and he's like, "Ooh, crap."
Yeah, like I think one wrestler that I saw did like a moonsault and literally almost kicked the bar. Like I remember seeing that too.
Yeah, he
It
almost like
was,
stepped on. Yeah,
yeah, dude,
it
yeah,
was a cool thing, man.
yeah.
I
I want to
liked it.
see
Yeah,
where they take it to because I don't think they should keep it there. So let's move it somewhere else. I think that it was cool to promo it there, like as a first event. But we need to get some more space, man. We need to see what you guys can do. Get some
yeah.
high flyers in there.
What was the full card? We didn't see like an actual breakdown of each fighter. That was one thing they still got to kind of work out
Yeah.
the kinks on.
Unfortunately, like I said, man, we don't know a lot of the names, and that's where like the real issue kind of came. It was just like fun to watch. It was like just a nice little debut to see who they have. It really
Yeah.
wasn't like I don't want to say organized because it was organized, but it just wasn't. I don't
I mean,
know.
the production was a lot different than we're used to.
Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
like they
I
announce,
don't
all
want to
right,
trash
for
it.
this fight card coming up, we have this fighter and this fighter. This fighter is 12-1 and is competed for the first time. They weren't doing that. It was pretty much, all right, these two guys are fighting. Go in the
Yeah.
ring. I
It
mean,
literally felt like if you were there, you were there, and if you missed it, oh well.
yeah,
Like that's literally what it felt like. So I don't really, like I said, until we really see more of these guys, it's gonna be difficult to just give you guys names to follow and that kind of thing. You just gotta catch it, bro. But it's
yeah.
super
Like
awesome.
Power Punch was one guy that stuck out to me.
Yeah, that's the guy I was talking about.
Domo or Damo, he was another really good one. Yeah, there was a lot of new wrestlers, a lot of guys that I haven't seen, and we didn't get a whole lot of announcements on them. So yeah, hang in there. I'm sure they'll get there. They still have a couple kinks they got to work out, and then
Most
us as
definitely.
fans, we have to bring that expectation too. So don't worry, fight fans. We're going to keep you in the loop and definitely keep watching this because I was impressed with Control Your Narrative. It was a
Yeah,
great
man,
show.
me too. Me too, man. But I mean, like I said, I knew this was gonna be a short episode, but that's literally all I got for this one,
Yeah,
man. I just
I mean,
really
I would
loved it.
agree. This is definitely a 4. It
Yeah.
was great. It was just, and, gosh, I want to say there was at least 15 matches.
Yeah, dude, it was a lot. And like I said, it definitely earned a 4 for me just because all the matches were great. It was still intense, especially with what they had to work with. Like it didn't matter. They did a great job. And definitely, John, definitely check it out. It's worth it. It's 100% worth the watch. I gotta say,
Yeah,
it's intense. It's really fun.
yeah,
It's
and
like
don't
all
go
the
into
indies
it.
that want to compete and want their wrestlers to have fun in the ring. It's just like that. So if you
Yeah,
enjoy that, if you like that kind of wrestling, you will love it. I
yeah.
promise you.
Don't go into it expecting WWE. That's
Yeah,
not what
no,
this is.
it's not that at all. And I think that
That
that's
was
the
better.
point. Yeah. So 4 stars for me, man.
Yeah,
But
I agree 100%. So yeah, that's the real quick episode, guys. That's it for this WrestleCap. Make sure you check out our other links down below.
yeah,
WrestleCap.
man.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And until next time, it's Billy here.
And this is Tijon.
Don't stop believing.
Keep it real, guys.
Yeah.